Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel, and if it's your first time of being here, hello, you are welcome to my channel. My name is Tessie. So here we have some Nigerians who reacted as President Muhammadu Buhari returns from South Africa, and for the benefit of most of you who do not really know what prompted the reaction, I'm just gonna read this news from when President Muhammadu Buhari arrived South Africa, so that you guys will understand it more better. So before I continue, if this is the first time you're watching my video or you have been watching without subscribing, please kindly hit on the red subscribe button down below to subscribe, also on the notification button. In that way, anytime we upload a new video, they will notify you. And I pray that the same way you guys are supporting me here in this channel, God will definitely send people that will support you in whatever you are doing in life, in Jesus' name. Amen. So without wasting much of your time, let's just go straight to this news. President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday arrived Pretoria, South Africa for a state visit and night meeting of the BI National Commission. President Muhammadu Buhari spokesperson Garba Shehu, who confirmed this development in a statement in Abuja on Thursday morning, said the night meeting of the commission would for the first time witness the participation of the two heads of state after an election. The BI National Commission meeting was elevated to the level of president participation following the strategic position of the two economies in Africa and the need for stronger re-elections. Shehu disclosed that Buhari and his host, President Cyril Ramaphosa, would co-chair the meeting on Thursday. NNN report that the president plane arrived in South Africa Air Force Base, Waterloo at 9:10 p.m. and he was received by the Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Dr. Neladi Pandor, and Minister of Social Development, Mrs. Lindawe Zulu. Sorry, this is South African name. If I don't pronounce it well, you guys should not come after me, please. Before the meeting, which will be held at the Union Building, both presidents would discuss issues of mutual interest relating to the welfare of citizens and expanding economic and cultural ties. Shehu said that the visit would enable more harmonious relations between the two largest economies in Africa and open up more frontiers of opportunity for prosperity by encouraging more exchange and investment, especially for Nigerians. Shehu said 32 agreements and memoranda of understanding had been signed at the BI National Commission, which would be mutually beneficial to both nations. He added that the meeting would provide an opportunity to review progress. President Buhari is on a state visit to South Africa, while in South Africa, the two leaders will review a number of issues in our BI National Commission, including issues that affect citizens, he said. Buhari would also hold an interactive meeting with the Nigerians in South Africa before returning to Abuja. And quickly, without wasting your time, I will just move to their discussion when he arrived South Africa. And he said, Buhari, Ramaphosa to discuss safety of Nigerians in South Africa. President Muhammadu Buhari is scheduled to begin a 3-day state visit on October 3rd to South Africa, where he expected to discuss the safety of Nigerians still living in the country with the President Cyril Ramaphosa. The visit is coming against the background of recent xenophobic attack, the evacuation of hundreds of Nigerians, and the exchange of visits by special envoys of President Buhari and Cyril Ramaphosa aimed at addressing the issue. While in that country, the Nigerian leader is expected to visit the Nigerian High Commission in Pretoria and the Nigerian Consulate General. Buhari is also expected to visit Ramaphosa for a meeting during which the issues of mutual benefit to both countries would be discussed. The visit will provide an opportunity for both leaders to strengthen and deepen political, economic, and social relations between both countries. It is expected that Nigeria, as a leader in Africa, would remind South Africa of the role it played to end apartheid regime in that country and of its commitment to ensuring unity among Africans regardless of their differences. President Muhammadu Buhari is also expected to sensitize the South African government to the virtue of avoiding any act capable of insulating the country due to xenophobic attack by its citizens on foreigners. The senior special assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari on media and publicity, Malangaba Shehu, said in a statement that while in South Africa, the president would hold a town hall meeting with Nigerians living in South Africa. According to him, the aim to share in their experiences and reassure them of Nigerian government commitment to working for the protection of their lives and property and promoting peaceful coexistence. Following the xenophobic attack in South Africa, which led to the loss of lives and destruction of properties of foreigners, including Nigerians living in the country, both leaders sent special envoys to intervene in the matter. Nigerians demand compensation for the loss suffered by its citizens during the attack. During the president's 3-day visit, perhaps the issue could come up and the matter resolved amicably. Between 2010 to 2015, trade between the two countries increased steadily from 43.6 billion naira. The gradual movement since 2010 could be attributed to Nigerians' demand for automotive parts. South Africa exports cars, vehicles, structures, and part of the structures are uncoated paper and paperboard. South Africa companies have today become significant player in this sector of Nigerian economy from 1999 to 2015. The South Africa High Commissioners to Nigeria, Louis, announced this in 2016. However, since 2016, trade volume between the two countries has dropped to about 1.3 trillion. From 1.5 trillion in 2015, it is expected that, therefore, the both leaders would discuss issues that would lead to an improvement in trade between both countries. It is gratifying to note that on Friday, the South Africa has granted a request for Air Peace to begin commercial flights to Johannesburg. South Africa granted the request as part of implementation of the bilateral air service agreement between both countries at the meeting of the 9th section of the Nigerian-South Africa Bi-National Commission in Pretoria. The commission was established in 1999 to promote relations between both countries in 2001. President Muhammadu Buhari is expected to preside over the South African-Nigerian Bi-National Commission, during which a progress report will be presented and a communique issued at the end. The communique is expected to upgrade the Bi-National Commission to a summit on October 3rd. President Muhammadu Buhari, according to Shehu, is expected to be back in the country on October 4th. Okay guys, so here we also have a statement from the president of Nigerian Citizens Association in South Africa, and I will just go ahead and read for you guys. And he says, Mr. Benjamin Okoli, President Nigerian Citizens Association in South Africa, said President Muhammadu Buhari's visit to that country would allay citizens' fear of xenophobic attack from South Africans. Okoli said this in an interview with the news agency of Nigeria on Thursday while responding to a question on the association expectation of the visit. He expressed the hope that President Muhammadu Buhari's visit would address issues bordering on the safety of life and property of Nigerians, immigration permits, and balance of trade. According to him, President Muhammadu Buhari's arrival to South Africa should ensure there is a fair treatment of Nigerians who qualify for permit but they are not given. We want that to stop. We expect President Buhari to look into matters of protection of Nigerian citizens here, to discuss with South African authorities on policy, brutality and killing of Nigerians living in South Africa. Quite a number of Nigerians have been killed by South African police, so we expect President Buhari to demand an end to such. We expect discussion on immigration, where South Africa will no longer deny Nigerians permits, which is what we call xenophobic in visa processing. People who qualify are not given because of nationality. We also expect the president to talk about how we can balance trade between both countries so that South Africans will not continue to have an advantage over Nigerians, he said. He cited the UN Sovereign Report of 2017, which indicated that the total number of Nigerians living in South Africa was approximately 27,000. Okoli explained that Nigerians in that country own small businesses, where South Africans in Nigeria operate bigger companies that generate huge income in favor of South Africa economy. The NICASA president also said that the Nigerians largely affected by the xenophobic attack in South Africa were petty traders. He said that the adequate arrangement had been made for a town hall meeting between the president and NICASA in the furtherance of the discussion on issues involving Nigerian citizens living in South Africa. He added that the name of the Nigerians affected by the xenophobic attack had been collated to enable them press charges for compensation. We expect the South African government to compensate Nigerians that were attacked in that country because they lost businesses and properties. Their businesses are not illegal. We have profiled them and we intend to go to court to seek redress, Okoli said. Okay, so this is basically this particular one for you guys, coming from the president of Nigerians Association in South Africa. And lastly, we have a Nollywood actor, Yomi Fabiyi, who expressed his grievances over the president's visit to South Africa. So without wasting much of your time, I will just go ahead and read. So he said, President Muhammadu Buhari has come under attack over his visit to South Africa. Buhari spokesman Garba Shehu, who confirmed this development in a statement in Abuja on Thursday morning, said that the ninth meeting of the commission would be for the first time witness participation of the two heads of state after an election. But Nollywood actor Yomi Fabiyi has expressed grievance over President Buhari's visit to South Africa. In an open letter which he posted on his Instagram page, Yomi queried President Muhammadu Buhari for smiling and receiving flowers in a country still wet with the blood of his children killed in xenophobic attack. According to him, receiving such reception is like spitting on the grave of the children that has been killed in the country. The letter read, General Buhari, what if your son was killed in South Africa's xenophobia? Mr. Buhari, I am writing this letter with a heavy heart. Attached picture are allegedly your arrival in South Africa, a land still wet with the blood of your children, and you are all smiles receiving flower to a hero's welcome on a red carpet. I put it to you, sir. Such an arrangement was never queried because your son or close relative was not part of those killed gruesomely. From the last I know, my son lives in South Africa, and I put myself in the shoes of those parents, family whose breadwinner's life were cut short out of hate, wickedness, and outright evil. How will they perceive this? Will you demand true justice? Under the UN article, every person has the right to travel and live anywhere in the world. What if your son was killed? God forbid. Is this the kind of entry your protocol will accept? Sir, Nigeria can do better. The government who cannot send one of the aircraft in your fleet to evacuate planned this. Disgusting. Nigerians that loot ShopRite are in court, and South Africa that kill your sons, daughters, and countrymen are giving you red carpet welcome. Shameful. Sir, your ability to allow SARS to torment Nigerians without you addressing it vigorously. That peaceful protest disrupted right from what legendary Two-Face Idibia planned to the recent Omoyele Showore's planned revolution protests are no good sign for our democracy. Maybe this is why you hardly bother rejecting or query some diplomatic or government action that may anger Nigerians. Maybe you assume we fear you and protests can never happen. For how long? In my own opinion, that welcome and body language is like spitting on the grave of slain Nigerians. That is, even if the Nigerian embassy knows where the bodies are, how they were buried, and where they were buried. I will continue to speak up responsibly on matters that affect people's peace that may trigger perpetual violence on and offline. In the case of Nigeria, silence has never been a golden. It is becoming a punishment. The culture of silence, fear, and cowardice are the reason why most political evil, non-challenge, and extreme disregard continue unabated. Okay guys, so this is basically the news for you guys. You guys have heard it, and I think they have said it all, but I still have to say this: someone who do not care about the ones that are being killed in his own country, how do you think he will care about the ones that are being killed in a country where he know nothing about? You understand? So charity begins at home. I wish maybe he is doing something about those that are being killed here. Do you know how many people that are being killed even in our own country, Nigeria? So I wish maybe he's doing anything concerning those ones. Then you will say, okay, maybe as he even go out, he will have something to say. You understand? So these are just birds of the same feathers that flee together. Permit me to use that word. Okay, so that is just it for me on this video. I'm not gonna say too much because they have said a lot already, and this video have taken longer than necessary. So I'll just let you guys share your own opinion with me on the comment section, and with that I will just say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every one of you that keep coming back to watch my video. Share and subscribe. Your support upon this channel is never taken for granted, even for 1 minute. So please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.